Morning, everybody. So, I will be doing a live analysis on gold and EG. So, I'm looking at the market from this angle. Let's just go and see. Gold has passed 3,800, meaning it's an all-time high price it hit yesterday. So, I'm looking for buy opportunities on gold today because the trend says buy. There's an uptrend so far. We have a break of structure here. I'm expecting if price wants to sink, should sink towards this particular area here. Price should go towards this area and then continue the movement down upwards move until I go to the 1 hour TF and see what 1 hour time frame is literally saying. So 1 hour time frame, we still have the same thing going on here. On the 1 hour time frame, we still have the same run happening around here. So I'll just do this. This is what I'm expecting to happen here. This is what I'm expecting to happen. And then we have this from 4 hours projection. And the 1 hour projection, there's no valid break of structure for me here that much for me to say, oh, I want to buy somewhere around here because I might literally get burnt out. Maybe if I go to the lower time frame, I could see a setup. I'll give me at least 100 pips. But for now, okay, mark here. This is a low probability setup, so price likely will not respect this area here. Likely want to come somewhere around here and react to the upside. So it's currently selling, so we have to look for opportunities. I have to look for opportunities. Please, if you are new here, this is gold. I'm looking at gold. Gold is still currently bearish, so I'm looking for opportunities for me to buy. An opportunity that I will take in for a buy. Because on the higher time frame right now, market is still very much bullish. Gold is just doing a retracement, so there is literally not a way for me to say, oh, let me start selling. Because you could start selling now and get burnt out, right? You could start selling now and get burnt out. So I'm looking at it from the higher time frame division. From 1 hour 15 minutes, this is around this area is where I'm expecting gold to dump in. Then I can pick up a buy from here and then start buying, right? But if we're going down to like 4 hour time frame, if we're going down to like 4 hour time frame, literally, buyers might want to dip, go for a long ride to this place here. But 15 minutes has not shifted. Only 5 minutes has shifted for a sell, but 15 minutes has not shifted. 1 hour has not shifted. So anything like looking for sell opportunities on gold right now, you're just going to get burnt. Like it's going to just burn you out of the market. So I'm looking at it within these two places. Either price comes here and does any move here and start buying from here, or it will sink and come towards somewhere here and start buying. I lost this trade. I was trying to sell around here, and last week I found out the market triggered and it was very late for me to close. So price kicked me out and continued the move because it shifted for a buy here. Can see it. So we are still very much bullish. So if price is reacting towards it, we should be expecting price to give us like a shift, probably on like 15 minutes time frame. Because this is 4 hours currently, and there is no possible spot on the daily time frame on gold that, oh, okay, we should be expecting price to come here. No imbalance. no imbalance, nothing. So it just price might want to do a continuation move to the upside. So that's why I'm looking at it. 4 hours, I'm also looking at it. That this is likely what price wants to do. Somewhere around here, we should be looking for a buy on 4 hours. I was even looking for a buy somewhere here, not even around here. My market decided to do what the market wanted to do. So it reacted off this OB under this liquidity. So it might be a reaction from the price coming around here too. That's that on gold. I'm only looking at two pairs. So that's gold and EJ. So this is 4 hours projection. This is the 1 hour move. There might be a short move for a buy somewhere around here. What's a short buy move somewhere around here? But if 15 minutes and 1 hour shift, they were having a retracement and price might likely take us out. Because this looks like liquidity, you know, the sell side liquidity area as well. Even though we have a break of structure, this is also like a sell side liquidity that likely might be swept out by the market coming into the um would I call it demand zone? Yeah, coming to the demand zone. That's down gold. So let's check out EJ if we say it's set up on EJ because I did analysis on EJ yesterday and this is the analysis here. Price is close to my entry on EJ. Sorry. Price is close to my entry on EJ. So this was set up by Don EJ yesterday, and I'll be waiting for a confirmation or change of character, full confirmation for that before I jump in for a buy. And EJ has not done a full shift, 360 shift to say, oh, we're now fully bearish. You get my point. Has not done that full 63 shift. So what's happening here is just a pullback for me. What's happening here right now is just price giving us a pullback. So I actually marked this is daily time frame on EJ. I would love to look at BTC, but I don't want to do too much because I will definitely not follow up on BTC. So this is EJ, right? So if we are to mark this resistance point here, this is the area EJ is struggling with, right? This is let's even go for weekly time frame. Let's start from weekly time frame. So I just forgot. Let's start from weekly time frame. Let's start from weekly time frame, right? This is the move that's happening here on weekly time frame, so we can see it, right? So this is the move happening on EJ on the weekly time frame. Price has taken out this buy side liquidity, these areas here, and now is reacting off this weekly supply, right? And the goal is for price to take out the weekly high, that weekly resistance, but that's leftover money, that's liquidity. Because the overall buyers, if you squeeze this chart now, we'll see that the overall move of EJ is 100% bearish. The overall trend, is 100% bearish. And price has done higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And this was the point here. Price disrespected this high, this high. Can you see? This high too got disrespected. And cool. We still have this overall buyers here too. We still have all these highs, high highs, but we can look at it, you see that those resistance points were actually disrespected, right? So that's why I'm looking at price reacting and taking out this high, this current weekly high. If it doesn't, then we'll be seeing price fall for a very long time. And that's it. The other time frames will give us a change of character, stays shifting, like for 4 hours of shift, daily will have to shift information to say, oh, we are falling into a bearish move. We can no longer break the weekly high, though market is unpredictable anyways. But I'm just saying how I look at the chart. So if I'm looking at that, we have this high, this low here. This is like the overall low here on the daily, weekly, daily. So we have this low here. And this is the daily time frame. So you can see why I was looking for buys around that area. And which I feel it might end up disrespecting. Yeah, because we still have the daily spot. We still have the daily spot, which daily time frames are stronger than the 4 hour time frame. So If daily says this is likely where we are to buy from, there's going to be a disrespect on 4 hour time frame. So if a particular place is not 100% visible on your daily time frame and you go and mark it on your 4 hours, you're likely going to be burnt out. So we have to be very, very careful with what we are doing with um in the market and with the time frames we are kind of looking out for. So on the daily chart, we have this is our swing highs and our swing low. Sorry, let me squeeze this in so you can see this is our swing low here and this is our swing highs. I can't mark this as a daily swing low and high. No, I can't mark that. I have to mark the last point that caused price to pull up. This is here. That initiated this breakout of this swing high to cause this new high. So that's also the same thing we marked on weekly time frame, and now the same thing I'm also looking at on my daily time frame. Every other move that's happening here is an internal movement for me, right? It's an internal movement, more like internal structure. So we will see a bigger picture again on 4 hour time frame. We'll see a bigger picture on 4 hour time frame. So literally what I even marked on 4 hour time frame, price might likely want to break disrespect to who knows. And it might pick up from there and do a little buy because 4 hours also needs to shift before we can now say, oh, this already now it's like there's going to be bearish, a long-term bearish movement. Thank you, Jay. A long-term bearish movement. So let's just look at that. So this was what I marked. If I'm looking to even buy from this, well, I call it discount and premium. This is my premium, this is my discount. This is where my eyes is at. And the reason is because it's an unmitigated zone and then it is lying beneath liquidity. Yeah. So this is my point for daily projection here. This place is an unmitigated zone and is lying directly beneath the liquidity available on the daily time frame. So we also have the 4 hour zone. So in 4 hours we can see it again, right? We have this high, this lows, then a breakout of this face down, then came back up. I literally marked this because of the 1 hour TTF to see if price is going to shift and then follow through for a continuation of a buy. Because you need to spot out a shift in market structure from your previous trend to your current to the next trend. That will tell you if price is going to do what it's going to do, right? So, and there was no free spot here on 4 hours. There was no free spot to say, oh, this place is an unmitigated level. Price is going to come there to respect it, blah, 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 for 4 hours. Literally, all levels here are mitigated already. I think the only free spot here is not even visible. These are all liquidity from the 4 hours time frame. They are all available liquidity. These are all available liquidity. I'm still looking for an unmitigated zone, but we don't have an unmitigated zone spot of 4 hours. So we have this high and then hated this high, this low, that low. I don't really use chart pattern, but I know how to use chart pattern, but I don't use it. For me, I see chart patterns as liquidity. That is me. I see chart patterns more as available. I see it as market creating liquidity because sometimes market can give you your chart pattern and still not respect that zone. You get until there's a complete shift. So I have done retail, so I literally understand it. I'm just telling you from my own experience. So sometimes market can create chart patterns, but still might not respect your zone if there's no complete shift or a change of character. Literally might not respect your zone at the end of the day. So that's why I don't really rely on it until I see that market structure shift. That I'm not like, okay, it's ready for what I want to do. Then I take my entries. I hope you understood where I'm coming from, Jay. So for me, this is more of a this is more of a liquidity, sell side liquidity. It all looks like they've all been mitigated. But let's see what will happen around here too, because this is also a 1 hour break of structure here. Price has not even gotten to the spot and he's already buying. But this is 1 hour view. This is just 1 hour view. That was why I marked here for a buy and here for a sell, because this was available liquidity for 1 hour. So this is my 1 hour view, but I'm not rushing to get in for a buy because of the higher time frame projection from the 4 hours. From the 4 hours has already told me that there's literally no point. There's literally not an unmitigated zone for 4 hours. So I'm looking at this place getting disrespected. I'm looking at that place getting disrespected. I'm looking at this place getting disrespected and then price deep, 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 deep. Because all of these are liquidity. And then the daily time frame too, there is no particular place for price to respect around here on daily time frame. If you check it out, you can see it. They will all be mitigated apart from this particular block here. So I'm not really so going to pay attention to this area. But I'll be watching to see what price wants to do. Those 4 hours I have not shifted, and this is another point. So just hold on, please. It's just the lower time frame that has kind of shifted. Oh, this is EJ. This is EJ. The previous pair I was analyzing was gold. So this is EJ. That's EJ. That's EJ. And if it's going to retrace, I should be looking to sell EJ from here. Somewhere around here. Because I see this point as liquidity. If EJ is going to sell. Okay, can I use trend line there? Yeah, let me show you what I'm looking at. Because EJ has not shifted yet for a buy, and this was where I was literally looking out for it to buy from the 1 hour time from this block here, right? But from the look of this, that block is likely to get disrespected. Very highly likely to get disrespected. So if I'm looking for a continuation for a sell, I'm looking at this spot, taking our market coming take out these forms of liquidity. That is why I drew this line, and then coming somewhere here to sell. And that is my projection for a continuation for a sell. And some people will be looking at this particular spot here for a sell to go up. I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking to that. I don't understand. Okay, 1 4. Thank you very much, Jay. So that's what I'm looking for here. It's for a continuation for itself to if price wants to retrace and takes out this high, this liquidity. I'm looking at to sell somewhere around there from 15 minutes time frame or somewhere around here. So I'll draw this box. Oh, it should be somewhere around there, but I'll mark those two areas. So that is 15 minutes projection. This is a 1 hour projection. No, this is a 1 hour projection. It's 30 minutes stop loss. So I said 30 minutes. Um, 30 pips. So that's about 50 pips. Yeah, I'll put it soon. Oh, you're still in UB. Okay, so sorry. So sorry. I don't use beginner strategy. I actually use advanced trading strategy. That is market structure, liquidity, order blocks, FVG. I would not use the word SMC. SMC, smart money. So that's why I actually use to analyze the market. Just yeah, smart money concept is what I actually use to analyze the market. So that's for EJ. As for gold, I'm really not seeing any smart opportunity apart from the fact that if I even want to even look for opportunity, it means I have to go and be looking for change of character on the lower time frame to catch a buy. And that would be to buy somewhere around here and take off. But for now, there's no shift. Okay, wait to 15 minutes spot. But let's just watch and see what's going to happen. Because the goal is to catch a continuation move for for a buy. Please don't mind me. I'm just marking out structure of the lower time frame, lower TF, which I believe this particular place is going to be disrespected. So what am I using? I'm using trading view. I'm using trading view. So yeah, that's my projection for EJ and gold. Hold on, please. I'm actually streaming on YouTube, so